and they played some other ranked teams, close games, at least on the scoreboard, so they're not to be taken too lightly.
Gustav Westland, Tyler Welsh in the face-off circle to start things off. Ohio State in the home white with the scarlet pants, scarlet trim and accents. It's the light blue of Long Island, and their netminder, Vinny Purpura, looking at that opportunity coming his way off the side of the cage. And coming forward, it's Tate Singleton. His line started tonight, along with Gustav Westland and Joe Dunlap. In front, Westland found a nice pass to Singleton. He couldn't settle it down.
Mastery had a tying and winning goal 45 seconds apart on a major penalty against Notre Dame. They got their power play going, as you said, against Bowling Green, and they're going to want to continue that.
Preston looking for a second bite, and Sharametta. Almost 6 minutes gone here in the first. And a scoreless affair. Up the ice, Long Island, the shot attempted by Welsh. That goes wide. Quinn crashing for the rebound. There's a penalty coming up on Ohio State.
See, this is a good example of how Long Island's trying to play. They get that late man to come in the slot. If they can feed him, great. If not, he goes back up high, and they still got 3 men at the blue line if Ohio State comes out with a rush.
Madoli can't hold it. And now up the ice, the push by Morocco at the tail end of his shift. Just a couple of Canadians on it. Breaking in, Dobesh is forced to make the save on Timmins, and then it's turned back in, but the whistle came first because the mask of Dobesh had come off. Looking for some reinforcement help to Wise. That pass under the stick blade of Cherametta. Came back out for O'Connell, got redirected down low by Preston. In Boston. Led up the middle of the ice, Guzzo. Battling for it is Jaden Leslie, grinding hard and working in the crease with John Gormley of Long Island. Ohio State had the first 3 shots of the game. That's their 6th with Dunlap low and on a tight angle. Long Island with 3. And of course, those powers are still very well prevalent, but here's a turnover that creates possibly a 2-on-1 with an opportunity for Bross, and Dobesh has to make the save. Help coming from Gustav Mueller. Deep inside that Shark zone. DeSico left it for Stevens.
Got to come to the puck, though. It got intercepted. Westland saw he was waiting. The puck was moving slow. He just stepped in and intercepted it.
And drew a penalty
get a penalty out of it as a result.
Rolling along in terms of a point streak. 3 of them have 4-game point streaks or longer. Lorai's shot got through to Purpura. Spills that away to the corner. Gabriel holding it close. Back to Lorai. They work high to high. It's in front and stabbed just wide by Thiesing.
But nearly another opportunity off a turnover there at center ice.
They won't have to worry about it outside of those last 3 seconds. The power play will roll over.
They're already having success this year. That could kick them up to that next level.
They outshot Long Island 7-4. Ohio State did. That shot going high and then bounding out where Ekberg couldn't keep it in. He started his career at Air Force and part of the academy for his first 2 years. Bad giveaway and a big save Purpura as it's rocketed high. Trying to grind his way out of the half wall and needs some help, get some assistance, pushing it along to Sedlocha. 3-on-1, Merkulov leaving it back. O'Connell floats it just wide of the far post. Guides it along but not out. Now Musser has it back, brings it along, and a 3-on-2. On that drop, there's a rebound, and Jerry has it right on his stick blade. He can't finish the job.
And the goalies, the defensemen are almost as good goaltenders as the goalkeepers are.
Elder Welsh Tyler takes the face-off. It's 1. Stevens broke his stick, letting it rip. Rims the dasher. Lorai looks on. Up for Westland. Westland trying to get the angle. He's going to earn the penalty. Dobesh to the bench. That's the second one he's drawn. In fact, he's been involved in all 3. Merkulov took his eye off of it for the moment. Recaptures. Down low for Thiesing. Back across. Gabriel's there. He shot it wide past Purpura.
You got to get him on net. You got to force the goalie to make a save. You got to be able to crash the net for potential rebounds. And when you miss the net, you can't do that.
Not a long holiday break, but enough of one that's significant to work off some rust. Trying to play well and show out. The leave coming well for Purpura to make the stop. A brilliant kick save. at both ends. Now it's Nolan Welsh back out at center. Leaves it along on the shot where Dobesh gets the glove up quickly on PJ Morocco. Instead bats it to no one in particular. Singleton up for Dunlap, who took the contact. That leaves Rydell breaking in, and the save made by Purpura. The rebound given up, and no chance coming on the second attempt.
Bypassing good shots to try to get the perfect one, and they don't quite get it.
Cherameta trying to bust on through. He's lugged, and he's going to get a call going his way because Ekberg was acting as his cape. Ohio State with the face-off win. LIU hanging tough. They've killed 2 Ohio State power plays. Merkulov off a busted shot, got one again and ripped it wide. Lori pushing it across for Gabriel. First unit out there. Wise will shoot. That went off of Purpura. Now it's the second unit, or some portions of the second unit out on that power play. Merkulov stays along. Lori looks, fires that. Purpura gave up the rebound. Wise.
And you let a guy walk in from the top of the circle, that's a pretty good chance too, but you don't want that man right in front, and they're taking that away for the most part.
Full strength LIU, they're 3 for 3 on the PK. That shot is Singleton, and it's a sizzler right at Purpura.
And then that will force the defense to back off a little bit and realize that that's a distinct possibility, and they might have to back off the pressure on the front end a little.
Off the face-off win, and then walking right in is Nazareth on Dobesh. Forward sensibilities, brings it on along, and then he'll throw on the brakes, throw a backhand down low where Jake Stevens, St. Lawrence transfer, brings it along and has a good-looking shot where Dobesh kicks it away.
That was a good build-up for Lori, and then he created a lot of space because they backed off him.
Buckeyes back the other way with Purpura. He's making pancakes, pops it in the air off the shot from Dunlap, holds on.
Maybe a little Blackbird nostalgia.
Well, yeah, we can go back to the NIT titles of
1939
and 1941.
Player B.
Sharks have hung in there and had their opportunities, but here's a breakout for Dunlap, and coming in on Purpura, who denies him. He was down, and then Dunlap got it back, tried to wrap it around, and it still stays out. And get to 13-6 on the season. Setting up the one-timer Cherameta from Vidoli. That got blocked down. Lori collects the loose change, throws it low. Wise is down there in front of Purpura. Wrapped on out by Dobesh. Gormley bops it down low. Look for Isaiah Fox, and now a breakout for said Locha. Purpura didn't see it, hit the post, back around it goes, and it's banged in by Merkulov, who continues his meteoric rise. 1-0. Ohio State breaks the ice in the third. He has 7 goals in his last 9. Now pinching down on Stevens, a turnover, and trying to jam it in with Leslie creating the mischief. Turns it below to Preston, who pivots his way out of some traffic. Cherameta. Lori on the move. It got redirected on a shot by Wise. They score. 2-0. Good little saucer across for Westland. Fancy stick work there. McWard for Dunlap, and Purpura denies. Early here on the third. Buckeyes by 2. Cherameta. Wise lets it go under that blade. Fall back out with the shot coming from Vidoli. Preston pops it in towards Purpura. It's played with a high stick. Right at the Boston University transfer, making his 3rd straight start in goal. Up the ice, LIU coming on in on Dobesh. The shot going low from Spencer Cox. Hometown kid would have loved to score there. What a huge, menacing hit by Cox coming across equal ice on Quinn Preston, and that was dangerous.
Ill intent. It just was one of those things, and like I said, not too many years ago, that would be considered a fantastic hit.
Quinn Preston was up under his own power heading toward the Ohio State bench. Really put the game to bed.
The problem with the points of emphasis, sometimes guys get thrown out of the game for excuse-me plays.
Purpura blockers that aside. The penalty kill for LIU, 3 for 3, conceding 20 power play goals. Now they've got their work cut out for them, down a pair. And Ohio State can score as many times as need be. This will tinker out to Rydell. McWard, his shot blocked down nicely by Gormley. Now McWard gets another look at it. Down to the pad, now the save by Purpura.
I like their scheme, like I said, the way they take that off man and bring him down to take away the the deep slot. They've been doing that pretty effectively, and Ohio State has not been able to connect with that wide man often enough to make him pay for it.
Oh, it parted through the middle and a backhand by Thiesing. He scores. Pardon, it's Merkulov.
Tendency for the goalie is to go down. You get it up in the air, it's going to be in the net. A lot of guys aren't able to finish that play, but he did it just artfully and with that Russian flair. Another goal. He scored 2 beautiful goals in this third period. It's kind of what I was saying about taking the good shot when you have it.
There's the push forward by LIU, and Dobesh has it in the catching glove. Underneath the clearing opportunity of Tyler Welsh. This will go back along. Rydell with Ward. Nick Ward, that effort with Westland trying to settle it down. Has it here, shoots, scores. Well, Gustav Westland been a big figure.
That was just seconds before the penalty ended, I think, so it should extend their power play streak. But boy, were they ever whipping that puck around beautifully leading up to the goal.
Steve Rawlik likes their team, working off the 40 minutes of holiday rust in the opening 2 periods. LIU has played this game before. They've hung in tight against some good teams, and then the separation has been created. Leslie on a tic-tac-toe play, and it's followed up by Guzzo to add the 5th, a 5-goal third period for the Buckeyes.
Again, they found the man behind the defense. They were close to doing that in the first 2 periods several times and made mention of it on more than one occasion, but now they're finding him.
Ended up being even strength after the power play expired, so just the 1 power play goal, and then Guzzo adding at 15:26. Merkulov with 2, Wise, Westland, and Guzzo 3. Trying to settle that down, look for maybe 1 more scoring opportunity, sitting on the hat trick. With the game put to bed, they were pretty confident in their form 5 minutes in when they took a 2-0 lead.
And there are always opportunities to do that. If you do it, you're going to be successful. Here's another break.
Stevens turned it over, breaking on in. Sedlocha for the 6th. Good stick.
Overall, that's how much tougher it is to score goals in this day and age.
15th offensively. Dobesh low. Final 20 seconds. A valiant opening 40 minutes for the Sharks to hang in there. Ohio State revs the engine.
Of course, there's a football game of some magnitude. Here's another breakaway.
This is Thiesing. This is 6. Was a little premature on the goal call for him earlier. Puts a big bad bow on 2021.
And they just looked extremely sharp in this third period. And a game that was still on the line, and that's the big thing.